Jai Gurudev children. Today I am here to narrate the story of Patima and Padmini. The cute little girl Padmini calls her grandmother as Patima. Padmini loves her Patima very much. Do you know why? Patima is a great storyteller. She tells stories from mythology to mathematics. That day, Padmini was eating the idlis with chutney. She screamed, "Oh no, this chutney is not at all tasty, Amma." Then Amma tasted the chutney and added some salt to it. Padmini said, "Yes, Amma, it's tasty now." Fatima, who was listening to everything, told Padmini, "Padmini, do you know salt was not that easily available as you have it now?" "Why, Fatima?" Padmini asked. Fatima answered, "We had to pay a huge price for salt in the British rule." "British? Why did they do that, Fatima?" Padmini asked. "Come, let me explain how salt changed the history and was a milestone in freedom struggle. Britishers who came to India as traders started ruling us. The British imposed a tax on Indian salt. The tax raised the price of Indian salt and made it difficult for Indians, especially poor people, to buy the salt they needed. In the 18th century, 40 kg salt was around 2 rupees. The British government used to charge 1.5 rupees tax on it. Yes, that was the British business model. They purchased product from Indians, charged tax on it, and sold it to Indians at high rates. Here, Indians couldn't make salt on their own soil. Gandhiji and many other leaders found the imposition of salt tax unfair. Gandhiji asked the viceroy to abolish the ridiculous salt tax. When his request was ignored, Gandhiji began his march from Sabarmati to Dandi. Gandhiji said, "Next to air and water, salt is perhaps the greatest necessity of life. Salt is important because it makes our food taste good. But more importantly, salt is essential for our health." Gandhiji organized a salt march from Sabarmati Ashram to the seaside village of Dandi in the south of Gujarat. It started on the 12th of March 1930 with Gandhi and 78 people. We know them as freedom fighters because they struggled not only against unfair laws but also for Indian freedom from British rule. Along the 241 miles from Sabarmati to Dandi, thousands of people from all over India joined the march to protest British rule, the high salt taxes, and the unfairness of not being allowed to produce and sell their own salt. Gandhiji and his followers walked about 12 miles a day and reached Dandi in 3 weeks. Gandhiji called it a battle of right against might. At the end of the march, Gandhiji picked up some grains of salt from the seashore and took a pledge. "With these crystals of salt, I am going to shake the foundation of the British Empire." Following the Dandi march, 80,000 Indians along with Gandhiji were jailed. With the Dandi March, Gandhiji launched the civil disobedience movement against the British Empire. Fatima asked Padmini, Padmini, do you know what the civil disobedience movement was? Padmini said, no, Fatima. Then Fatima explained. People in the civil disobedience movement were asked not only to refuse cooperation with the British government, but also to break the British rules. That's why people made salt on their own. They boycotted British goods. They refused to pay taxes. Even after all of these, the salt tax was not abolished for another 16 years. After this, the British government invited Gandhiji to England to discuss about the reforms in India. The Salt March got wide news coverage and proved to be a turning point in the history of India's independence movement that led to independence in 1947. Fatima further narrated the story. She told, Gandhiji showed that by working together, people of conviction and courage, even if each one is as small and powerless as a grain of salt, can make an enormous difference. Padmini, do you understand the importance of freedom? Padmini said, yes, Fatima. Children, hope you all understand the importance of freedom. Happy Independence Day. Jai Gurudev.